What's cracking, traders? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go Battle League content. In today's video, come join me around the fire as we tell a tale of this blaze that consumes everything around us because Palkia has Fire Blast. Unless you forget it, don't be like the trainers in today's video that have. Now, this particular Palkia is running Spatial Rend and Fire Blast. However, you could run Aqua Tail if you just don't happen to have a Palkia with the special move Spatial Rend, which we inconveniently have not yet been able to TM onto our origin form, Palkia. And don't even get me started, man. Oh, man, that's a whole rant going on its own, man. Anyway, this is a pretty standard meta line with a twist. We also have a player off Zacian and a Zamazenta in the back. Pretty standard. This is literally power creep the team. I mean, if you've been around the Master League long enough, you know that every time they release some big new thing, now it's suddenly meta-centric, and now I think the Master League has honestly reached a place where it's almost painful to play. But PRANSHULSHARMA is our trainer today, and they're going to be running this team all the way up and mad past expert, dude. So let's take a look at these games and check out how this team functions in the Master League. Starting off real strong here against the Zacian. Our target is acquired. Let's see if we can make it. Now, one of the things I like about our Zacian, though, is that it is running Play Rough, and so the opponent going to be looking to go for a charge move here just before we get to the Fire Blast. PRANSHULSHARMA knows they need to shield this, and they do. It's a Play Rough! Oh my god, you get the Play Rough, bro! I have so many options for my buttons today. If this Fire Blast goes unshielded... Oh! Bro, we get to start it off with a banger! Dude, Primarina Zacian core is diabolical work, bro. But it has buff charm and it hardwalls Palkia, so why not? The opponent going to be going for the Hydro Cannon. And Ice Fang Zamazenta is struggling a bit to do any damage in this matchup because Ice Fang is resisted, but the Behemoth Bash will do a decent chunk of damage and the opponent does decide to respect it. Now, they are on Charm, so this is a very bad matchup for Palkia to come back into, and so I doubt we're going to see it look to swap back in. Instead, I assume we're going to see the Zacian come in and look to try to get some Metal Claw farm as it does resist these charms. We're going to see it come in. The opponent brings in the Palkia. Are they not looking to get nuked not once but twice? The opponent runs their own player of Zacian, but surely they're not the only one. We're going to see the Zacian lock in this player off. The opponent does respect the damage, but we have a Palkia that has a lot of energy, and that Spatial Rend is reached, and dude, we're going in for another one. Let's go. Oh yeah, Fire Blast the Prima for me. Oh man, they quit. Quitters, cowards. Good game. Feed me, feed me. Daddy needs more Fire Blasts. Bring them to me, please. Immediate switch though against the Florges lead into the... Oh no, no. Zamazenta comes in and it's absolutely just going to get destroyed here. However, something interesting to note, though, is that Zamazenta can nearly two-shot with close combat with these Ice Fangs. They add up quite enough, just enough to potentially take this thing out if the opponent decides not to throw the energy in time. But Palkia is going to come back in, and this is where it would really prefer to have that Aqua Tail. We're going to put up a shield on this potential Brave Bird. The opponent does full send that flying type nuke damage, and now Palkia is going to look to get the full farm down. Oh, I can see it coming in. Comes. No, you switched out and comes the... Okay, there's a Palkia. You know, Palkia wins this matchup. It's disgusting. Like, Zacian, I love that they reworked Dragon Breath and allowed Palkia to have the ability to beat it. It's got beat. Speaking of getting beat. Oh, yeah. Instantly concedes. People are not ready for player of Zacian, dude. That is genuinely, like, that was one of the calls that I made. I'm not to toot my own horn, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. But that was one of the calls I made in the early season when I saw the new Master League rankings. And I'm like, dude, Zacian would play rough to be able to beat Palkia consistently. It's going to happen. It has to, right? Now, we're going to be looking to full send this close combat, dropping our defense, but that's okay because the opponent Zekrom is not having any of this madness, and they're going to come in with the Giratina, but these Ice Fangs adding up, and now we're going to see Zamazenta look to fire off this Behemoth Bash. Having a party with this shield, gonna do a lot of damage, but this is adding up, dude. Like, the Zamazenta has by itself eliminated, like, 2/3 of the opponent's team. That's pretty ridiculous. The opponent does have the ability to use Dragon Pulse, and so we're going to put up a shield. The opponent does full send the Dragon Pulse. Now Palkia is looking to get the farm down, but not before the Zacian comes in looking to absorb a move. Is this another Dragon Pulse? Oh yeah, you bet it is. That was beautiful. The opponent's got to cure him in the back, and now this one does have Dragon Breath, but also they're running Fusion Flare, and that's going to do some decent damage here to the Zacian, but now we know how much it does, and PRANSHULSHARMA knew they could live that, man. Close combat would be nice to have in this situation, but Zacian's just going to be looking to unleash this Behemoth Blade, the opponent putting up the shield. Are they going to be able to get to the Dragon Breath farm down, looking to try and save some of that energy, get out as soon as possible, not let the Kyurem have too much extra farm. The opponent goes for a Fusion Flare Bolt. That's a shame. They're getting farmed down, though. They don't have enough for 2 moves, and that is another shame. The opponent is going to concede immediately, knowing the game is over. Palkia, too much for him. I wonder if anybody's going to, like, no shield a Spatial Run because they see the Fire Blast. The opponent's going to immediately swap here into the Florges, and Zacian can come in and just make a fool of this matchup because the Metal Claws, while not the most damaging fast move, are going to be adding up quite a bit, and the Florges is unfortunately at the mercy of the Zacian, throwing a charge move whenever it darn well pleases. As the Chilling Water debuffs are not going to stop a Behemoth Blade from cleanly eviscerating this floor just off the face of the earth. The opponent going to be looking to go for another Chilling Water, as they are definitely struggling. If the Rhyperior comes back in, it's going to get a massive amount of damage hurled its way. But after 3 debuffs, Zacian getting to 100 energy is going to look to unleash this Behemoth Blade. Takes out the opponent's Florges. How much damage does this do to a Rhyperior? Because even though it's 3 times debuffed, I have to imagine it's going to hit like a truck, dude. That's not enough of a truck. I was hoping for more of a, like, kind of truck. Instead of we got a beep beep truck. You can quote me on that one. Oh, we have a Primarina in this next one here, and I assume we're going to see a lot of Primarina. You know, that seal is very annoying whenever you're trying to play Palkia. Like, I would swear to all of you that every time I try to climb in the Master League, and I'm like, dude, Palkia is the best closer, I'm going to run it. And the amount of times that I see a Primarina in the back after I have saved 2 shields for my Palkia to sweep, because there's nothing that beats it. By the way, Primarina's here. Steal my lunch money. But anyway, this is going to be a tough game because I think we have to shield, and the opponent has a lot of energy here. Hydro Cannon, not going to be quite enough to knock out, but the opponent not going to be able to handle the heat of this Fire Blast. Oh, we're Fire Blasting a Primarina. Absolutely my kind of take here. Oh, roasty, baby. Rhyperior comes in, but doesn't realize how No, I don't think they were going to be able to get to a move before the Spatial Run, but man, oh, oh, man. Because you assume if they have Fire Blast, they're not running Spatial Rend, because most of them won't. Usually Fire Blast is the I'm running this Palkia because I didn't get one with Spatial Rend, because the game is not nice to me. By the way, I know your pain. I'm sorry for you having to deal with that kind of nonsense. We should be able to Elite TM these moves or something, man. They got to give us something. I genuinely, it really irks me quite a lot that they have not given us the option to do that. Almost a nice catch, though. The opponent, he swaps at the exact same time. And now, well, unfortunately, the Zamazenta's got to throw a close combat. And the Zacian, however, has the unique ability to basically one-shot with their own close combat if they're running it. However, the defense drop would make a problem for Zamazenta here, as Zacian might even be able to go for a Behemoth Blade. Nope, absolutely not. Knocks out the Zamazenta straight on its face. And in comes Zacian, looking to try to get this nice farm down. The opponent, however, is going to be able to reach another charge move. They over-farmed by quite a lot here. Behemoth Blade would do a ton of damage, but now in comes the Palkia. And Palkia is going to get sniped. Wait, this has to be an Aqua Tail. We're going to be able to take this, and... No, the Fire Blast! Where's the Spider-Man meme, dude? Where they're just, like, pointing at each other. The Fire Blast Palkias, dude. Oh, they get the full farm down before Palkia can even make it to a Fire Blast. Oh, man, that is just, oh, that is heartbreaking for the opponent. As they come in with a Meloetta, they are surely unable to come back from this, because Meloetta is going to go for some confusions, but in the end, it's going to succumb to the massive might of this Behemoth Blade, which is just too much damage. And never mind, I lied, that's not nearly enough. Wait a minute, is this Meloetta going to be cooking? They're going to go for a catch here. There it is, the catch! Oh, man! Meloetta's looking to try and make it happen here. They have a lot of energy. These confusions are definitely... Oh, the Psyshocks. Is it 2 Psyshocks? Do they get to the move they need to get to? Is this enough? Do they have the Thunder Shock? Do they have Dazzling Gleam? The Psyshock? I don't know. Let's find out. Psyshock! It's a... Oh, man! That clutch 1 HP survive for the Zacian, bro. Oh man, I gotta have a drop. Dude, Zacian got the hero cape on. And that massive, wait. Oh, I cut it out. Oh, that was an accident. I accidentally cut that out. They hit expert, by the way, in that set. So massive congratulations to PRANSHULSHARMA for hitting expert in the Go Battle League this season. It's been a tough one, but hey, that's awesome that you're able to do it in the Master League, because this team looks like a lot of fun. And the opponents are not expecting this Fire Blast to happen. And the opponent looking to stay in. Oh, please give me another one. Oh, please give me another one. Oh, please, please, please.
Exodia! Obliterate!
Yes! And we have enough extra energy to get to a Spatial Rend. The opponent surely does not see this coming. 2 of them in 1. Oh, come on. Who calls that? Who, genuinely, man, who calls that the Palkia is on Spatial Rend Fire Blast? You know what? They see somebody running Fire Blast, immediately they're like, bro, this trainer could be doing anything at this point, and we can't risk it. Now, Palkia is going to be looking to go for a move. They have the Aqua Tail. I feel like we have to just expect that every Palkia at this point probably has Fire Blast, dude. It's like, it's been featured on content creators' channels so many times, and I'm happy to be able to include it in my own, but like, everybody knows the tech now, and I just feel like it's going to be one of those things where it's like 50% of Palkias just have Fire Blast, have fun, which further increases the just weirdness of the Master League at this point in time. While the opponent's got a Zygarde, in comes the Zacian, and this is more than over as the Play Rough is super effective. I did not realize that Play Rough was more energy than Behemoth Blade. That's a lot. Earthquake's going to do a lot, speaking of, but Behemoth Blade's going to do a lot of damage right back here as Zygarde doesn't really enjoy taking 2 of these, and I'm pretty sure that even though the increased pacing from the Earthquake, or from the Dragon Tails here to the Earthquake is going to be helpful for the Zygarde, it's not going to stop the... Oh, wait a minute. This Aqua Tail is looking pretty saucy here, but we have a Spatial Rend on the Palkia. The opponent's going to be able to snipe down, but the farm down happens, and Palkia reaches its signature move, Spatial Rend, getting ready to tear a hole in space and time just for the Zygarde. And we take the game. Well played. All right, we're rolling into this next one here on a really hot streak. I think this is a 9-in-1 run overall. Really strong play here. Now we're going to be looking to swap. No, we're staying in for just a little bit. Make sure that the opponent is cooking indeed with the Zygarde. Zygarde's taking double super effective damage from Zamazenta, though. This is an absolutely mad lad amount of damage this thing has taken. Earthquake, not even going to... Dude, that barely even brings it down to the health that the Zygarde's at for getting chewed out by those Ice Fangs, man. Behemoth Bash is going to be able to do super effective damage, and it adds up quickly with these Ice Fangs, but the opponent's going to be able to get a full farm down of the rest of this Zamazenta, and now, well, what do you do without Aqua Tail? This is a pretty awkward situation to be in, as the opponent is going to be able to throw a lot of damage into this Palkia, and so PRANSHULSHARMA makes an interesting play here, bringing in the Zacian to take the super effective Mud Slaps, but the opponent has the superpower to do some decent neutral damage, I should say. And they're going to be looking to go for another one. This is debuffed, though. Now they're going to get farmed down. Zacian staring down the Zygarde that just comes back in all willy-nilly against a loaded Zacian. By the way, we have Play Rough, buddy. Bye. Opponent in shambles brings in their Primarina, but Primarina here is in the perfect position, to be able to win this game anyway, just because of the virtue of the fact that it's Primarina. Now, I want this Palkia to reach a Fire Blast and knock this thing out from this range. Please let it happen. I need this to happen. This is going to be the perfect thing to happen today. The opponent is going to be able to get the final shield with that Disarming Voice, but the Palkia reaching the Fire Blast, the opponent not going for a catch. They're not scared of anything, but guess what? You're getting roasty, toasty. I love it, dude. Anytime I can take to shame a Primarina in the Master League after all the times it's destroyed me. Oh, I'm giddy. We take those. Palkia in the lead here. Not doing too shabby so far. Palkia with Fire Blast has been the absolutely insane tech that we needed it to be. But the opponent's running a best buddied Palkia, and they're going to be able to get to the Spatial Rend first. And now, well, actually, maybe not a best buddy Palkia. I think, actually, isn't that the Hundo? I don't know. I know that PRANSHULSHARMA's Palkia is not a Hundo, so I'm getting my own. Like, I see higher CP, and I'm like, so used to being conditioned by everybody running Hundos. Which, by the way, shout out to this trainer for just saying I'm running a Palkia that's not a Hundo and doing just fine. So nice, very nice. The opponent, however, can Yeah, there's a ho-oh back there for your doggy, man. Oh, that's not what we wanted to see. Zacian staring up at this bird in the sky, getting the poor thing, man. No, it doesn't make it. It's so close. It was almost there. What do you do? The Palkia comes back in, but it's gonna get absolutely destroyed. Brave Bird knocking the final Protect Shield out. The opponent has so much energy that the Palkia has to go for the Spatial Rend. Just wishes it had the Aqua Tail right now. The opponent does not want to shield that up, and in comes a Zekrom. And man, I love Zekrom this season, but this is the perfect place for Zamazenta to be able to do some damage. The opponent is going to be firing off probably what is going to be 2 back-to-back Fusion Flares and or Wild Charges, and so wants to get all the way up there before they throw them. But, you know, Zamazenta's pretty tanky, and it's going to be able to take some hits. Fusion Bolt almost going to be survived, but the opponent goes for it here, and that is just unfortunate. The Zekrom's Fusion Bolt is going to be able to knock him out. Palkia is going to come in, and Palkia is going to get farmed down. Unfortunately, Zekrom takes victory from our Blushes. Good game, well played. I love that, like, the non-Kyurem fusions are, like, really interesting now. Now, this is quite a lead. We have a ho-oh in the lead in the next game, and the opponent brings in a Zygarde. And guess what happens to Zygardes that get safe swapped against this team? Well, you see it right in front of your eyes, trainers. You see Zamazenta coming in, and absolutely having its way, bending Zygarde over a proverbial table, and just the Ice Fangs are ripping it to shreds. Now, Zamazenta is going to be going for a close combat and look to try to take this thing out with one more Ice Fang, able to make it after the defense drop. Now, the opponent has a choice to make. Well, it's an easy one. They come in with the Ho-Oh, which is going to be able to get the Sacred Fire off. No, the Incinerates off to be able to do enough to get a farm down here after the opponent no shields that paltry little close combat. Absolutely no reason to shield that, but the opponent is not a Shadow Ho-Oh. However, PRANSHULSHARMA does not want to take any chances. This Palkia is way too valuable, and Brave Bird's going to get thrown because the opponent, by the way, has a Primarina, and it is going to meet its maker in the form of this Zacian, where even though it has Hydro Cannon, that's not going to help because these charms are not doing a lot of damage. They're so resistant. But every single Metal Claw brings this Primarina sooner and closer to its impending doom as it goes for the Fire Blast. Oh, please, no. I think we have to shield this to get the other shield, right? And then we Fire Blast it. Oh, I'm salivating at the mouth for the opportunity. The opponent gonna come in with the Ho-Oh. They can still, I believe, survive. No, Ho-Oh's not gonna, no. We're not taking the chance. Gonna go straight for the Spatial Rend, stripping the no shields here, but the opponent comes in with the Primarina. Primarina's looking to get a nice, nasty charm down, going for the Spatial Rend here. This is going to strip a shield off of the yeah, my goodness. Oh, come on, it's like the last, what? Huh? Are you serious right now? Trainer, I know you had to move. I know you had to move. You should have thrown the move, trainer. Oh, no. Good. Oh, no. They may well not have had a move, but I'm pretty sure they did. That was a lot of charming they did. Opponent has a Rhyperior in the next game, and they are not going to they just don't realize just how well off they have it right now. They're going to be looking to go for what is likely a breaking swipe here. No, it's a superpower. I guess they're on superpower now. Opponent's going to come in with, oh, yes.
It's a trap.
I love it, bro. Give me some more Fire Blasts. Oh, the opponent in shambles, waiting out their switch timer. In comes the Palkia, and they're gonna get Spatial Rend. Bro, don't shield us. No. Come on.
Exodia.
Oh, yes! It finally happened. Somebody fell for the Wombo combo. Bro, Palkia, you're disgusting. You fiend. Oh, that was great. Oh, that was great. Man. That was about 18 minutes of absolute beauty. By the way, nice climb, dude. 9-1 run, up and smashing through Expert. Congratulations again on the amazing run. I had a lot of fun with these battles, trainers. I hope you did too. Let me know in the comments if you've ever Fire Blasted a Zacian with your Palkia before. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you as always. Bye-bye.